Roads? It's the Ernest Hancock Show. Where we're going, there aren't any roads.
In the saddle again here on the clear. Your Independence with me, Ernest Hancock, here in Phoenix, Arizona. Hey, from the BEA beautiful studios of Freedoms with an S, freedomsphoenix.com here at the farm, where we're learning how to, take care of our own selves. Thank you very much. And part of that is your brain, your mind, your reasoning skills, your influence. What are we looking at? What do you think this public relations thing is all about? It's about, we want to get you to do something, think a certain way, and go someplace we want you to do because we can. And these guys, man, powerful, man. All the propagandists, they know the power of video, the power of film, the power of visual representations of whatever, along with some good drum beats and pounding and music and trumpets and all the powerful propaganda machine. And to think that it's not happening. Oh, man, I got all kinds of stories to tell you. Now, to help me with this, we have Eddie Schmidt. Now, Eddie Schmidt, he's got his own street cred, man. Let me tell you some of the good things that he does. He's an Oscar-nominated filmmaker, writer, producer, commentator. He's board president of the International Documentary Association. Now, he's done a lot of television also. He's directed, produced, and written documentary and comedy specials for HBO, Lionsgate, PBS, A&E, Current, on and on and on. The boy's got skills, okay? So I'm glad that we have you for a full hour because, Kirby, you only have him for a half hour, and I have 15 billion questions, and here we go. The future is always unknown to, especially the ones that want to try and control it and make it static and status quo what they want. But there are people out there that understand new technology, new mediums. I'm sitting here freaking, I'll watch HD, on my Zoom Android. Heck, I'm going to have, big giant 60-something inch screen views from my glasses, that at 3D as I'm sitting there on the subway. So, the whole future of transmitting information visually and by sound is going to be so different and so many avenues that you can get this experience. I'm wondering how the future documentary filmmakers, because they're going to be on the edge of this. They have to be able to compete. Where's this going? Eddie, help me out.
Well, I think what you're seeing now is that films have this ability to reach, tens of millions of people right away through VOD, through iTunes, through all these Amazon Instant. There's a great device called the Roku that I have that you can, watch Netflix streaming. You can watch all these different channels via your TV, and the options are endless. And so a lot of smaller movies that would never make it to a multiplex near you are available right alongside the biggest titles. And these are independent films that did not come out of a sausage factory, did not have 12 writers, did not have products that they were, endorsing, or toys and Happy Meals. And so I think that's great. The difficult part is that because there's so many choices, that it becomes hard for some of those films to rise to the top, to be able to, yes, they're alongside all these titles, but there's thousands of titles. So the difficult part is getting the audience to realize that it's available to them.
Well, there's been other methods doing that. That's kind of where the Sundance Film Festival started. I remember when that film festival, in my opinion, from my perspective, not being in the industry, that was really one of the first film festivals that made it to my awareness that there was an independent opportunity, that there was some kind of a mechanism by which these were getting viewed and evaluated. Has this always been going on? Are there others coming in? And now is Sundance being diluted with just anybody going in there? What's the selection process? Tell me about the film festival mechanism by which they get these movies exposed.
Well, I think film festivals are great, but they're because they're live events. They sort of you only have a little window with which to see these gems. But what the great thing about them is that it's a whole circuit by which they raise awareness for movies that you otherwise wouldn't know, movies that are daring and intelligent and adult, and what many people want out of their entertainment. And so they put things on the radar. And film festivals have a selection process for entry, and they're trying to pick a range of films and what they think are the best films. But there are so many great festivals that have given rise to a lot of great movies, and certainly Sundance has been extremely instrumental, for my career, for Kirby's career. I've had 4 films premiere there, and it's a great launching pad. What I think that the sort of digital media allows is that you can have Sundance, in your home all the time, because you can filter out the crap and you can watch the good stuff of your own choosing. I want to see a production methodology whereby the independent films know that there's enough money on the other end of these digital platforms to be able to finance movies to the tune of much bigger budgets. Right now, because we're moving everybody toward this model, this kind of user-driven model. We're not totally there. Not everybody has it. The people who have it love it, are totally turned on by it. But the revenue is growing, and so when the revenue, when everybody's plugged in, then companies big and small will know that revenue's out there, so they can then bankroll films to the tune of X.
So that's coming.
Yeah, it's coming. So right now, I think what you're also seeing that's interesting is these sites like Indiegogo and Kickstarter, what's called crowdfunding, where these films that are independent, somebody's got a great idea, but they don't have access to the to the sort of traditional means, or maybe they have access to some, but not all. They don't have quite enough money for their films, and they're going out there and saying, "Hey, are you a fan of this band, of this political figure, of this story, of this real compelling thing, of this concept? Fund it. Be our partners. Donate $1, donate $50, donate." And there's all kinds of prize packages that you get, and you could get your name in the credits. But it's allowing a way for films that maybe wouldn't, they know their audience. Maybe they can't get to their audience until they're finished. So they're going out there and saying to their audience now, "Hey, we got a great thing coming. If we can get to the finish line, support us. Support our independent venture." And I'm excited by that. They're not, they're raising, 10,000, 50,000, 100,000. I look forward to when hey, can you raise $1 million through, go directly to the fans, raise the $1 million, and then distribute it, yourself.
There's a film that kind of went down this road that we're familiar with here. And it was the Ayn Rand's book, Atlas Shrugged, being made into a 3-part. And it finally got to the point, we've been threatened with them going to start making this movie forever. So it just got to where it was a buzz in the background, like, yeah. How many times I heard that before? And then all of a sudden, it's done. We have it. Here it is. We did it in a month. And went and saw the first part, and I tell you, a lot of people, they're usually not happy, and I think the general consensus was, wow, man, they did pretty damn good. Now, the problem was that it was production values were a problem. Did a great job. Not that they didn't keep true to the fans of. They did fine. The problem was, philosophically, there wasn't like a lot of, violence or sex or anything. It was one of those, freedom good, government sucks. And they're going, heck no. So I need to know, when you're talking about political movies, it's like Michael Moore's Fahrenheit, 9/11, when he comes out with something like that, it still got launched, but I'm wondering why. And then, of course, opposition, controversy oftentimes creates a lot. We had sold out theaters. The one theater that it was playing here in Phoenix was sold out for so long, they released it all over the valley, having Atlas Shrugged. So I'm going, and I think it's still playing. So what happens, I'm going, is there a philosophical opposition to some films that they don't get made, that there's some you have experience, there's active resistance? Now, of course, if it's a war film and it's pro-war, you got the Pentagon dumping all kinds of equipment on you. But, it's,
right.
But, that's a good thing to leave people hanging on, because we got you in the next segment, because I want to make sure that we dwell on that. Is there a mindset that's being promoted? And what is it? And what is the opposition? A lot of times, independent filmmakers, they're the ones that run up against this more than anyone else. Because when they do got some hoorah, whatever, but man, you got, the money coming out from everywhere, and a lot of it comes from our taxpayer pocketbooks indirectly, if not directly. So when we come back here on Declare Your Independence, we're going to spend some more time with Eddie Schmidt, somebody that knows, and he's going to share what he knows with us here on Declare Your Independence. We'll be back in just a little bit. Uncovering the secrets and exposing the lies. That's what readers of freedomsphoenix.com get every day. Readers of freedomsphoenix.com are constantly provided the information that detail the real news between the lines of propaganda about government policies and the true relationship we all have with coercive governments. Learn the true condition of our economy, innovations and technological breakthroughs in energy, health, computer science, and space travel. Learn the truth well before it's admitted to in the lamestream media, the media that is so last century. Corporate media has evolved into nothing more than distributors of government propaganda, but we now have a fantastic alternative. FreedomsPhoenix.com provides constant news updates on the issues that affect our lives in the most important ways. Our liberty and our property are under constant attack, and FreedomsPhoenix.com provides the understanding behind the propaganda while encouraging the participation of our readers. Join us at FreedomsPhoenix.com. That's freedoms with an S, Phoenix.com. FreedomsPhoenix.com, where the revolution between the ears has already matured.